Yo, what is up, guys? Today I have got a Nightmare Zone guide for you beginners out there that aren't quite sure what you need to do when you first did a Nightmare Zone. Now, just before I get into everything, I do want to say this isn't the best Nightmare Zone guide out there. This isn't for people that really want to know how to get the points, how to get experience per hour and stuff like that. This is mainly for people that have just done their first run in Nightmare Zone and they want to know how to do the overload absorption method. That's pretty much it, and it's also only for ranged. I'm sure you guys have already seen that from the title. But let's get straight into it. I'm going to go straight for the requirements that you guys need. I'm going to bring them up on screen for you, so you can also get them. We're going to need 75 range for the blowpipe, so you're also going to need a blowpipe, obviously. You're going to want to have Vampire Slayer, Monkey Madness Part 1, Fight Arena, the Grand Tree, and Tree Gnome Village completed. There are other quests you can do for certain bosses. It depends what bosses you fight. I normally have bosses from those quests. I swap Tree Spirit out for Jungle Demon at times. You just got to switch it around. That means you need to complete Lost City if you want Tree Spirit. But you're also going to need the completion of the Dwarf part in Recipe for Disaster. That does not require to have all the quest requirements for Recipe for Disaster. You only need Cook's Assistant and Fishing Contest complete, and then you need to do the Dwarf part itself. Very simple, very quick and very easy. And last but not least, you're going to need a minimum of 22 prayer to be able to pray flick, rapid heal whilst you're in the Nightmare Zone. Now that we've got the requirements out of the way, let's explain a little bit about like the gear that you can use. Now, I don't use the best gear. I haven't got the best gear. I can't afford it at the moment on my account. But you're going to want Void is the best gear because it's the best experience per hour, and you're going to be destroying the bosses in the arena anyway. So if you can get your hands on Void, especially Elite Void, I haven't got that even myself, but if you get the Elite Void set, it'll be very, very nice. You're going to want to get your Archer's Ring. You can get the Archer's Ring imbued here for reward points. As soon as you can, get a few spare reward points. Make sure you imbue your Archer's Ring for that extra bit of damage. You're going to want a Necklace of Anguish. I believe you can also imbue that. You're going to want like I said, the Blowpipe, Pegasian Boots, and I don't know what they're called, but you're going to want one of those scrolls. That is really bad for me, but you're going to want one of those scrolls from one of the quests from Desert Treasure, I believe, or Desert Trails. One of the two. Anyway, we'll ignore that part. That's pretty much sort of gear you're going to want. If you haven't got Void, use D'Hide, Bless D'Hide. I believe Void will give you the minimum amount of time needed to be able to get to 99 because it is such a good boost and you're going to be destroying the bosses anyway. Obviously, this can be costly. You're going to need Zora Scales and Myth Darts. That's what you're going to want to use. Myth Darts in the Blowpipe. That's another thing I didn't really know. And you can make your money back, but you make it every day. What you do is every 24 hours, don't forget to go to the Nightmare Zone, go to the reward chest and get your herb boxes. You can get 15 a day, I believe, and they'll automatically right click bank all. They'll automatically go in your bank. All the herbs come out, sell them, make a bit of money back to be able to do more Nightmare Zone. That's basically how I do it. Now I'm going to be showing you in a second what happens as soon as you go in the Nightmare Zone and what you should be doing. But that's pretty much it for this part for now. So I'll see you guys in the Nightmare Zone. Right guys, so you've just come into Nightmare Zone. First thing you want to do, chug 1 dose of Overload Potion, run to the southwest corner. On the way, you're going to continuously eat rock cake. Now, I've noticed that when you get down to 2 HP with the rock cake, you need to guzzle it to go down to 1. So as soon as you get to 2 HP, you're going to guzzle, and then you're going to go down to 1 HP. As soon as you're at 1 HP, you've got to use 5 full absorption potions. That will give you 1,000 absorption points, which is a maximum amount you can have. Obviously you don't have to do 1,000 at a time, but I recommend that. Now if you get to the corner or you're a bit slow and you notice mobs start spawning, make sure you use at least a couple of absorption potions to make sure that you don't just get fucking killed straight away, because that'd be a waste of 26,000 coins, which is what's used to get in this place in the first place. Now once you're set up, you got your overload potion on, you got your absorption down, you got your health down, you're sorted, you got 1 HP. Now, when that overload potion runs out, you get 50 HP back, which is very nice. If you was to use an overload potion below 51, it would kill you. That is one thing you have got to be wary of. So, like I said, you've got everything sorted out. Now what? Your health's going to raise every minute. It is, but I'm not sure if you guys know, if you turn rapid heal on, it will reset the timer. So every minute you get 1 health, but if you turn it on and then turn it straight back off, it gets reset back to a minute. So in theory you have to do it every 59 seconds just to make sure that you won't get your health back. If you do get your health back, it's not the end of the world. You can just guzzle the rock cake and it'll go down. So technically you don't have to do this, but it does make it a lot easier. I like to set it as my quick prayer so I can do it a lot easier, and I don't do it every 59 seconds. I do like to do it just, every now and then, just to make sure so I don't forget. I know some people do use videos that make a noise like every certain amount of seconds whilst they're doing it, and they'll just do that every time they hear the noise. There's multiple ways you can do it. It's honestly personal preference, but just make sure you do it before every minute. Otherwise, if you forget and you don't realize you're on 2 HP, in theory, 1 health to 2 health halves your time you're in the nightmare zone, which is crazy. And then obviously 1 more HP, that's a third of the time. It really is a big difference. It doesn't sound like it, but it honestly is a huge difference. Now in a second, after I've explained all this, I'm going to be showing you what happens when you do your rotation of overload potions, because obviously you can go back up to 51 HP, and you're like, oh shit, I'm suddenly be able to take 51 max hit. Like, what the fuck do I do? You're going to lose a lot of absorption points in this time. That's where you lose most. Sometimes you get lucky and they do not hit you whilst you're at 51 HP, which is great when it happens. But it's fairly simple what you're going to have to do. But you're going to have to pay attention to your nightmare zone. You can do it a bit more AFK, but I advise paying attention because you know exactly when to do your overload potion. If you're using something like OS Buddy, it does say bottom left of the screen when it's about to run out, but you're about to see what happens. Now your overload potion just run out, and you're sitting there thinking, oh shit, and that's about to happen to my character. I believe there's like 10 seconds left or just under, and you'll see me pop up to 51 HP. Obviously I can suddenly take more than 1 damage per hit, so I'm like, oh shit, it's very simple. I was really worried about the rotation. Now what you need to do, as soon as you hit 51 HP, use another dose. That is literally it. As soon as possible, use 1 dose, and then just wait. You go back down to 1 HP, and then flash rapid heal or prayer flicker, whatever you want to call it, and you're pretty much good to go again. So every 6 minutes you're going to need to do that. Very easy. Now I was worried about this myself. I know some other people might be worried about, oh no, what if I get it wrong, I could die, blah blah blah. But it's really simple. Some people, I've done it before, I panicked and I used rock cake for some reason. I don't know why I panicked, but I used 1 rock cake, then I used the overload, and I was like, oh shit, that's going to kill me. I had no way of getting my health back up. I haven't got food on me. I didn't regenerate health fast enough because I've been cancelling the timer, this, that and the other. There's just simple things. But it's just as simple as that, guys. You just got to stay calm. You've got to use it as soon as you get to 51 HP. Yes, you're going to lose a ton of absorption points if they hit you consistently whilst it's going down, but at the end of the day, it's the only way you can do it. But that's pretty much all I've got to say for this guide, guys. It's just the tips and tricks for starting the nightmare zone. I'm going to leave the requirements for it up again on the screen now. But like I said, pretty simple. Once you've done it once, it's a breeze. Honestly, the first time was scary for me, but once you've done it once, it really is a breeze. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learn a few things from this. If there's anything else you got to say, any tips, tricks for anyone, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.